Hi, some thoughts for today, the Feast of the Epiphany. Change is never easy, is it? It does not matter how it comes about, where it comes about, it is always a challenge and is not easy. Reading headlines like, "Millions to face tougher curbs amid virus surge," you know a serious change is coming. Today we are celebrating the Feast of the Epiphany, whose actual date is January the 6th, but we are allowed to celebrate the feast today. We have our familiar story of our travellers bringing the gold of prosperity, the incense of religion and scholarship, and the myrrh of suffering. They know the value of each gift, how rich gold is, how scholarship is so important, and how overshadowing is the problem of suffering. They were obviously wealthy and knowledgeable themselves. They came a long way after years of waiting to lay their gifts with great humility before the infant King, the baby Jesus. Very often, that is where the story ends. But I would like us to focus on the last 4 words of our reading that are so crucial, so vital. Those last words, by a different way. Yes, our travellers went home by a different route to live their lives in a different way. Those 3 gifts of wealth, religion and suffering are given to Jesus by the Magi, who perhaps seem to say, "Show us another way to deal with them. Show us another way to deal with our wealth. Show us another way to let our faith influence us. Show us another way to deal with suffering and conquer death. Show us how to live with these huge issues in a different way." Almost saying, we cannot deal with them. Our wealth leads to so much greed and awful poverty. Show us another way. Our religion can lead to so much division, prejudice and bitter hatred. Show us another way. Our feelings of suffering and of death lead to such fear and the stifling of our souls and minds. Show us another way. Jesus, throughout his life, sought to do just that, to show everyone who would listen and see another way. Jesus issued many warnings about wealth and the dangers of trying to serve 2 masters, and how it was easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for the rich to enter the kingdom of heaven. How often throughout his life Jesus came up against the Pharisees and warned the people about them. The story of the widow's mite, yes, we are humbled by her generosity, but should we not be appalled by a system that demanded she gave far more than she could really afford? Jesus then embraces suffering, not only his own, but that of others as well. Jesus invites us not to judge, not just shake our head and pass by, but get in amongst the pain immediately. Jesus showed another way towards children, towards the outcast, towards prayer, towards forgiveness. In their anxiety, in their isolation, in their pain, so many are yearn for a different way. Jesus came as the way to fulfill that longing. Martin Luther King, commenting on the Good Samaritan, wrote this: "To begin with, we must be the Good Samaritan to those who have fallen along the way. This, however, is only the beginning. Then someday we will necessarily have to realize that the road to Jericho must be made in such a way that men and women are not constantly beaten and robbed while they are traveling along the path of life." Having met Jesus, the travellers changed their route and returned home by a different way. With all these events we are travelling through, we know we have to travel a different way. We have to change, which won't be easy. However, in humility we need to pray, "Lord, show us another way. Show us another way." Keep well, keep safe, and God bless. Absolutely.